friends, how are you? I hope you all are doing good. Today we are going to calculate the points for permanent residence in for permanent residency in express entry for Canada. Okay, I'm gonna share a step-by-step process with you, and I'm gonna share the mistakes people which make while calculating their points, so that you should be aware that how many points you score right now to get your PR. This is just not for the people who want to apply their PR for the Canada. I will highly recommend to all of you, if you are planning to come on a study, you are planning to come for work, calculate your points from India only or your home country. For example, say you're coming here for 2 years of study, okay, and then you're gonna work for 1 year after your 2 years of study. So assume how many points you will get from your studies. Like, just put your imaginary study. I will share in the screen how you can do that, and your work year, 1 year work experience in Canada, and then calculate your points, that how many points you will have for your PR after 3 years of completion of your studies and all that stuff. So that will give you a clear picture that will you eligible for PR or not. And that's how you can also test yourself that what your agent is saying, that in India or everywhere, I believe agent just say, hey, you go to Canada on a study and you will get your PR. Things are not like that. You have to be prepared. I came to Canada as an international student and I applied my PR after 3 years. So that was a process and I planned for that. Okay, friends, so let's begin. Let's share the screen with you. Let's calculate your points, how many points you are eligible for. I will try to take 2-3 scenarios so that you should be having a clear picture, and let's start. So this is the page where you need to calculate the points for your comprehensive ranking system, or basically for your PR in express entry. This is the link for that, and the link I am giving in the description box as well. This is cic.gc.ca website. This is a Canadian immigration website. So we are going to discuss 4 scenarios today. I'm going to discuss scenario number 1 now. Scenario number 1 is you are married and you are in India and you have done your master's degree. Now you want to calculate your points. Okay, so let's start. So say you are married. Say married. Okay. Now, is your spouse or common law partner a Canadian citizen or permanent resident of Canada? This is also one of the conditions to get the PR, but in our scenario, this is not the condition. Like, your spouse doesn't have a PR of Canada or Canadian citizenship, so we will do no. Will your spouse or common law partner come with you? So, of course, the partner will come with you. Now, how old are you? So, say you are 32 or 31. Yeah, let's say 31. What is your level of education? So as we mentioned, say you have master's degree. So master's degree. Now, have you earned a Canadian degree? So in this scenario, you are having Indian or degree from outside Canada, not from Canada. Okay. So this is no. Now you need to submit a language. Okay, so and we need to write an English language test to get points for PR, either English or French. But I know in India most of us know English but not French, and that test is valid for 2 years. That's why it's asking less than 2 years. So of course it's yes. Then which language? We are going to select English. Okay, so now here is a question that should we choose CELPIP or IELTS? I made a whole video on this and link is here. You can check that. And I think CELPIP is better, but most of us know about IELTS only. So let's select IELTS. Let's say your English is average and your speaking you can score 7.5. Let's say in everything you can score 7.5, just not writing. We will take 7 in writing. Okay, that's I think fairly reasonable. Let's say 7. Okay, now you have any other language test? So generally we don't have. Now work experience. Okay, so in this scenario you are having a 3 years of experience, and your experience is a skill job. Like what is a skill job? You Okay, that's a lengthy topic, but I will make another video on that. But still, you are in a skill job and you are here with 3 years of experience, say, for example, because 3 years is, again, generally we do have 3 years of experience. Now, oh, sorry, this is for the in Canada. In the last 10 years, how many years of skilled work experience you in Canada? So in Canada right now you have 0 because you're outside Canada, and this is for outside Canada. So say you have 3 years. Okay. Now, do you have a certificate of qualification from Canadian province, territory, or federal body? So this certificate generally we do not have if we are applying in expense entry, so we are saying no. Okay, so number 8 is the point where most of the people get confused, that say you have a job offer from Canada, and if say you are you got a job in IT company from Canada and you have a job offer, but that company must have under Lima. If it's not Lima, then 99.9% this answer is no. Then do you have a nomination? Nomination also we generally don't get from any territory or province outside Canada, so we are gonna do no. Okay, so okay, so this point is for basically you have any brother or sister in Canada, you or your spouse, any real blood like real brother or sister. So we are gonna say no here because most of the cases it is no. Now, this is that, as we mentioned, that it is a master's degree. Let's see what is the highest level of education for which your spouse or common law partner has. Say we said that we are having a master's degree. For example, let's say your spouse has bachelor's degree, which is a general scenario. One of the person is bachelor's, one of the person is having master's degree, and okay, so here is a twist. For your spouse, you get only points for their work experience in Canada. If they have work experience outside Canada, so you don't get their points. So we can read this. In the last 10 years, how many years of skilled work experience in Canada does your spouse common law partner have? So it is gonna be 0. None. Did your spouse take language? Yes, again, this is a good idea if your spouse can write an English test. So again, let's say eyes, and let's say the person has average English, and we are gonna calculate 6.5 here now. 6.5, because this also generally have one person has good command of English, another has like average. So I'm just doing a very common scenario. Now calculate the score. So see, for age you got 90, 328 from this factor, human capital factor. Your spouse ended up giving you 20 points. Then the total for education and experience, you have 398. Okay, so with this scenario which we ran, points are not enough for the skill job, for the experience class, sorry, for the express class under skilled federal worker. So let's play around with the numbers again, because we cannot change our age. I wish I could, but this is the fact that we cannot change our age. We cannot change our work experience without spending more times. But one thing we can change, that is our English language. Okay. So for you, I believe I already took good, like speaking 7.5. We can increase a little bit in listening. Let's try 8 in English. Listening, reading, again say 8. Writing, it's really difficult to get 7.5, but let's see if you could manage. Then, and let's try to increase the English language test for your spouse again. If you guys can like focus on this for 6 months, then I believe you can achieve that depending on your personal profile. But let's say play around here. Okay, now calculate the points again. Okay friends, let's go the total points. Okay, see, now the points became 467 and I haven't changed any profile in your anything in your profile. I just changed the English test score. This is the only thing which you can improve if you want to apply for PR from India. Okay, so now you can see that how this get changed. This was scenario 1. Now let's do the scenario 2. You are single, you are masters, and you want to come to Canada. So marital status, it's never married. How old are you? Let's say you are 28 years old. Then again, you have masters. You have earned the Canadian degree. No. Official language test is yes, less than 2 years. You have again IELTS. Speaking, let's take another way, 7.7, 7.5, which is the average score. Okay, let's go here. Here 7.5. Okay, and the language test, no. Work experience we are gonna decrease here because we decrease the age. So let's say you have 2 years of work experience. Now this is inside Canada, sorry, it will be none. Outside Canada it gonna be say 2 years. Do you have, this is gonna be no, as we did know in the earlier one as well. Additional point, no sibling. Okay, now no nomination from any province, no brother and sister again. Okay, let's check. So no Liman, no nomination, no brother sister, no. Okay, now let's calculate the points again. Let's go. See, the age gave you the more points. Now level of education the same, but the age gave you more points. Spouse factor 0, skilled. Now the work experience points got decreased, but let's see the total score. Okay, so now your total score is 405. Again, you cannot change anything in your profile. You can only change the English test. Now you know how to play around with the number. Let's try once more. Say you are single and you can focus fully on IELTS and you think you can get that much score. So let's try. What will be the score? Boom, 453. It got increased. But again, the general points right now it's low, but when the COVID will finish, the points will again 470 around roughly. So this will be a little bit difficult with these points, but we are just calculating the points here. Okay, now we are gonna calculate and we are gonna do for another scenario. You are a student, sorry, you're now for say on the behalf of that only, now your points are not enough and you wanna come to Canada as a student. So now in this case we are going to calculate the points if you are coming for master's degree and secondly you are coming for PG diploma. Okay, so let's start. In first case scenario, let's do for PG diploma. Say you are single. How old are you? PG diploma generally. Okay, in here, say you are 23 right now and you want to come to Canada for 2 years course. Then for 2 years, after 2 years of course, 1 year of experience, so 3 years more. So you need to add 3 years in this age because you're going to file your PR after 3 years completing all the conditions. Okay, these are hypothetical numbers. So 23 plus 3, 26 years. Because we are calculating the points for our future. I have mentioned that in many of my videos, we need to plan in advance. Okay. What is your level of education? We are putting 2 or more diplomas. One must be programmed for 3 or more years, or 2-year program at university or technical institute. Mm, okay, so 1 year program, 2 year program. This is gonna be 2 year program at university college straight. Okay, so 2 year PG diploma. Have you earned a Canadian degree? Yes. Choose the best level of education, so it will be a 2 years diploma. Okay, so yes, your IELTS will be here. We are gonna say take self-pip because I think self-pip is a easier course than IELTS. That's my thinking is. So let's run a scenario for with self-pip. In self-pip in speaking, you can easily earn around say 9. Listening easily around 10. Reading around 9. Writing a little bit tricky, so say 8. Then do you have another language? Not applicable. Work experience because you have 1 year experience in Canada because we are assuming you will have 1 year experience after your studies. So that's why we took this. And this is in Canada. Okay. For outside Canada, generally student has at least 1 year experience. Let's keep this. Or if you don't want to keep, if say you just came and you do not have any experience in India or your home country, okay, then we will run with 1 year experience as well. Now this is gonna be no. Additional point no. Do you have this is no again? This is no again. Now calculate your points. Because you're young, you got 110 for education age, then official language and all that. Let's go to the total. So now you got 408 after doing your PG diploma and 1 year job in Canada, having no work experience in back home. Okay, now let's run a scenario where you have 1 year experience in back home. So now your points are 434. Okay, that's why I always talk why a master's degree is better than PG diploma. Because let's say now you have 3 years work experience back home. Now your points are 458. Okay, now in the third scenario we are keeping everything same, just we are changing our degree from postgraduate diploma to master's degree, and age we are increasing a little bit because when you will have 3 years of experience, age is gonna be little bit higher, say 30. Okay, 30, and now you have master's degree. Okay, now this is again master's degree. Let's see once again. You are single, how old? 30. Language master's degree, master's degree Canadian. Yeah, this is degree. Yes, self if we are keeping everything same. Work experience in India 1. This okay, no. Okay, rest everything is same. Let's calculate the points. Boom, 529. Just doing the master's degree because you get here more points. Now let's decrease the experience in your back home. Let's say you have just 2 years of work experience back home. Then your points are 545. Still it's so good because you need around 470 or 475. So let's run the another scenario now. Another scenario is you are married. Your spouse is not a Canadian PR holder or Canadian citizen. It is no. And definitely he or she wants to come with you to Canada. Not immediately, but definitely later because that's the general scenario. Okay, how old are you? Let's say you are 31 years old. What is your level of education? Let's say you have masters. Okay, because we have Have you earned the Canadian degree? We are going to say yes, because this is a scenario when you came to Canada, you earned 2 years of Canadian degree and 1 year of Canadian experience. Okay. So level of education we are keeping here degree because it's master's degree. Now yes, this is yes. Official language is CELPIP. For example, say speaking we are keeping again a high score because this is easy to get. Generally it is easy to get. Listening you will also score good. Say reading you get 9 and in writing you get 8. Now, do you have the language? It is not applicable. Work experience in Canada we are keeping it 1 year. Outside Canada we are keeping it 3 year. Any other language? Sorry, certification it's gonna be no. This is no. This is no. This is no. Highest level of education your spouse has. Say your spouse has bachelor's degree. That is again a general scenario. And here is the twist, like if your spouse have work experience in Canada, only then they are going to give you the points for your spouse experience. So basically what experience your spouse has, if it is not in the Canada, so it doesn't matter. So generally your spouse doesn't have experience in Canada here now. And again it's a good idea if your spouse can write the English exam, because then you will get some extra points. And let's say a very average score for self for your spouse, because generally one person has good command on English, another doesn't. But just for saying I'm doing this, but it depends on your scenario. You may both of you can be very good in English. I'm just running a scenario. So after doing all that, for HC you got 90 because we took the age 31. Level of education you got 8. Let's see. See, again you got 516 being married and by coming to Canada after doing masters. Okay. Now let's say we keep everything same. You are married but you are doing a PG diploma in Canada. So I'm not changing anything. I'm just changing this. Okay, so 2 or more certificate, 2 years program at university. This is gonna be the answer. Canadian degree, yes, it will change again. 2 or years diploma. Okay, this is, and rest everything gonna be same. And let's see how much difference it's gonna make in your profile. Oh, 442. See, earlier your points were more than 500, but now it's not even 450. So that's the difference when you're coming with your family and you choose a PG diploma or a master's degree. So I ran few scenarios for you guys. You can have a look what you want to do. I just wanted to show you few things. So that's all, friends. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. And if you have any question, feel free to ask. I'm here to help you. Thank you so much. Bye bye.